ब्रह्मासि त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम्। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। As all of us know, the Vedanta is one of the philosophies in Indian tradition. Vedanta is nothing but the later portion of Vedas. So Veda Anta. Anta is the ending part. Since there are 4 divisions in each Veda, Samhita, Brahmana, Aranyaka and Upanishad. Upanishads are at the end. So last section. Those are called Vedanta. In Vedanta we have 3 levels of studies. All together are called Prasthanatraya. Prasthanatraya have Shruti, Smriti and Nyaya. Shrutis are Upanishads, Smriti is Bhagavad Gita and Nyaya is Brahma Sutras. As we heard yesterday, this is what the categorization of the texts in Vedanta. Every day we chant in Maitri Milan, Smriti Prasthan, that is Bhagavad Gita, set as 4 streams of yoga. This is collection of related shlokas in each path. Karma Yoga, Raja Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga. What is the source? If the Smriti Prasthanam or the Bhagavad Gita is the compilation of Jnanam, what is the source? The Upanishads become the source. Upanishads are Shruti. They cannot be compared with any other text. Why? What is the reason? Why do Indians revere Vedas very much? What is the reason? Because it doesn't have interpolation of human intellect. What is the interpolation? We all of us have the eyes to see. All of us have the goggles. It is very much colored. What is the color in our eyes? It is the samskaras and vasanas. We have particular way of bringing our personality. We are brought up in a specific culture. We are brought up in specific religion. We are brought up in specific conditions. So we have always see the entire world with that eyes, with that goggle, with that color. With sometimes it is the impurity. But the Vedas do not have the impurity, having no background of any culture or any religion or any condition. It is infinite and it is boundless. Then how did they come into existence, Vedas, if they are not written, if they are not created, if they are not authored? From where did they come? They say, Rishis say, Vedas are spread over the universe. To give an example, we all use transistors, FM and MW, SW, all those are frequencies, wave frequencies. The moment you tune your radio with the broadcasting wavelength, automatically the songs or any program, podcast will be produced. You need not do anything extraordinary, but you need to tune. Similarly, those were the rishis who tuned their individual souls, starting from Annamaya Kosha to Anandamaya Kosha. They tuned with the universe. The moment they tuned with the universe, truth of the universe started pouring out through them. So they were just the instruments like transistors. They are like FM and any other instruments. So they are said as mantra drashtaraha, not mantra kartara. Mantra kartara is the one who writes. Bhagavad Gita or Ramayana or Mahabharata or any Smriti or any sutras or written by someone. So they have cultural background. Bhagavad Gita is taken as religious text sometimes, which is not in fact. So Indians have written, so it has religious color. But in fact, those do not have in Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is purely the behavioral pattern in everybody's life when we get conflicts, whether to do or not. Since Arjuna had the query of to fight or not, Krishna came as a rescue and said, okay, you have to fight. Similarly, all of us have in one or the other situations to do or not. Bhagavad Gita is going to help, but it is not the religious text. All others, like Ramayana or Mahabharata or any other smritis, have religious background or cultural background. But Vedas specifically do not have any religious or cultural background. They are just the truth of the universe flowed through those great souls called rishis. The root of rishi is Gachati, Gachati, which goes. The knowledge goes through those personalities, and those are called rishis. We call the modern rishis like Einstein or the Edison or any scientists, because they brought out the truth which was there already existed in the universe, and they brought out. Similarly, those rishis who brought the Vedas into existence gave the truth of the universe through mantras. So mantras we consider as having no interpolation, those are pure, and all the knowledge we have in India, those are sourced by Shruti, the Upanishads or the Vedas. So let us analyze any Veda mantra which you get. For example, Gayatri mantra is very popular. Gayatri mantra, Gayatri is the meter, Savita is the Devata, and Gayatri Chandaha, Savita is Devata, and Vishwamitra is the Rishi. Vishwamitra, who invented that mantra, which is dedicated to God's Son. We do every day salutations to God's Son. So let us do it with prayer. That is Gayatri mantra. So let us sit straight. Let's close our eyes. Let us analyze our body and mind and prana, how it is connected with the nature. To become a rishi, we should have an intention to unite myself with the universe, rather God. From morning till evening, how are we uniting ourselves with the nature? We analyze the routine, how cogently, how accordingly our life is being led with the universe. As said by Krishna, Yukta Ahara Viharasya Yukta Cheshtasya Karmasu, to bring moderation in every action makes the entire life as yoga. that is nature friendly life. Namaskar Mudra.
Shanti,